Welcome to your 11 a.m. stretch break. TJ here. For today's 15-minute class, we'll just need a mat. So we will start standing up, and let's actually start with feet close together. I will turn away and turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. I want you to just slide your hands down the front of your leg, keeping that back flat. Just stopping where you feel that stretch through the back of the leg. And just holding that stretch from anywhere between 15 seconds to 30 seconds. They are a little tighter through the back of the leg. Just hold it for a shorter period of time. And then just relax. Do it again. So we'll slide those hands up. And then we'll do it one last time. Slide those hands down the front of the leg. Keeping that back flat. Keeping the shoulders back. Nice job. All right, slide those hands back up. And so find a wall or a desk or a counter wherever you are. And we're going to stretch out the front part of our leg, our quads. And just keeping that knee in line with the leg. Choose to do it without hanging on to something. You're working on that balance of your ankle, the stability of your ankle, making sure that you're feeling stable in that movement. Or in this case, just standing still, balancing on one leg. And now let's switch and do the other side. So again, hang on to a wall or a table or a desk. If you feel unstable or unstable, just do the best that you can. Nice job. So we're gonna do this stretch one more time. I'm gonna make it a little different by pushing that knee back just a little bit. So it's not right next to my leg, but it's just slightly back. Nice job. Let's switch and do the other side. So again, just not that. So the leg that I'm holding on to, that knee is not next to the leg, but this time slightly back. This particular stretch, we're stretching the hip flexor or where that bend is in our knee, or sorry, our hip when we're sitting into a chair. It's that particular muscle right there. That always feels tight. So that is the muscle we are stretching or the area that we are stretching out. All right. So for this next one, this one's going to require a little bit of movement, and we'll just kind of work through it. Some might be able to go a little deeper than others. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you slide your hands down like we did with the first stretch, but then sit down into it the best that you can. And then I want you to bring that hip back up and then stand the whole body up. So again, it's a movement. This time, not so much of the holding a stretch. So slide the hands down the front of the leg, keep the back flat, and then sit down, pushing that hip back like you're sitting into a chair. And again, just do what you can, and then bring that hip back up like you're getting out of the chair, and then slide the hands back up the leg. We're going to do it one more time. So slide the hands down, back is flat, feeling it through the back of the leg, and then push that hip down like you're sitting back into your chair, and just hold for a few seconds, and then sit back up, or again, bring your hip back up out of that chair, and slide your hands down. All right, next one. So we're going to work the inner thigh, stretching through that inner leg. So option one, you could just kind of like do like a side squat, or like where you're kind of sitting back towards one leg and just extending the other leg straight out to the side, feeling that through the inner thigh. And then you would do the other side. Option two is you get to this squat position where you're just holding and you're using your elbows to push out against your leg. Another option too that's good, especially if this is a little much for the knee, is that you could always sit and you could always do a butterfly stretch, and that would hit the inner thigh as well. Nice job. All right, so I want you to stand back up if you were doing the stretch that I was doing. Otherwise, you could always, again, rest and then go back to the legs extended, the first one that I showed you, or the butterfly stretch that I mentioned, or the one that I'm about to do again, which is sitting down and then using my elbows to push out against my knee, feeling that stretch through the inside part of my legs or your legs. All right. So from there, if you are still standing, bring it down to the mat. And we're going to lie onto our back. And I want you to bring your knees into your chest. And if you want, you can add a little bit of a rocking forward and back motion. Otherwise, you could just hold. All right, so setting those feet on the ground with the legs bent, I just want you to take your legs, and I just want you to windshield wiper, or just kind of moving the legs from the left side to the right side, getting some movement within those hips, within that pelvic region. Feeling a little bit of a stretch through the obliques. And again, just moving to what feels comfortable when you're moving side to side and not overdoing it, especially if we have any low back issues or hip issues. Nice job. All right, so from here, we are going to extend those legs out in front of us. And we are going to extend our arms overhead. And we are going to point our feet away from the body, feeling that stretch through our core, through the front of our stomach. And maybe taking this time to breathe in through your nose as deep as you can, and breathe out through the mouth. Breathe deep in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. One last and final time. In through the nose. And breathe all of that air, or push all of that air out of the mouth. Nice job. All right, so we're going to slowly roll back up. Again, take your time. And we're going to move on to our knees for this next piece, which again, we're going to be stretching out our back. So just kneeling, you could stand if you want, but I'm just going to reach right hand, or my left hand, sorry, towards the right side of my body. And I'm resting my right hand on the back of my right calf when doing this stretch. If you were standing, you wouldn't be doing the resting of the hand part. You would just be reaching out to the opposite side, feeling that stretch through your back. And now let's go other side. So again, if you're kneeling, resting that left hand on the back of that left calf, and that right hand is reaching towards the left. Nice job. So we're gonna do this one more time, but instead of reaching directly to the side, I want you to just slightly angle it back. So again, if you are kneeling, resting that right hand on the right calf. If you were standing, you would just slightly just twist back just a little bit. Nice job. So we'll switch. We'll do the left side, which in this case, I'll stand just to show you what I mean. So in this case, reaching the right hand towards the left, but just slightly reaching back, just so we feel this stretch through the side, like through the oblique, along with feeling that stretch through the back. Nice job. All right, so I'm gonna go back down to the knee, back down to my hands and knees. And we're going to go cat-cow stretch, but we're gonna do this one with a couple of added things. So hands directly underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. I want you to cat, so arching your back like a cat, and your head looks down. And then when you push your spine down, I want you to look up and then look down, arching your back, feeling the stretch through the spine, feeling some movement, and arch your back and look up. Now here's where I'm going to add a couple of pieces. So we're going to arch our back. We're looking down. As we are doing this, I am slowly sitting back onto my heels, like I'm going into child's pose. So feeling that stretch through my low back, and then slowly reverse, still keeping that arch in my back. And I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to take that arch out, lock my hands, and I'm going to go into a Sphinx pose. So where my body is straight and I am on my elbows and I'm stretching out through the front of my core. And then we're going to bring those hands back underneath us. We're going to walk our hands back to that starting position with hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to arch our back again. Again, cat, looking down, maintaining that position as we sit back onto the heels, into child's pose. And then slowly reverse. And you start to lose that arch in your back as you walk your hands up. And we were going into Sphinx pose. All right. Nice job, everyone. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you for class tomorrow, which class tomorrow is metabolic conditioning at 7 a.m. All right, in person. Have a great day. Bye.